Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today's class is a 45-minute flow class designed to help support your lymphatic system, which is intimately related with your immune function. This particular class, we will focus on rhythmic movement and muscle contraction and release as a way of supporting and stimulating the lymphatic system to help collect, filter and drain bacteria and toxins from your body. And in particular, we'll focus on those areas in the body which have a high concentration of lymph nodes, and this is typically around the armpit area, the chest, the groins and around the abdominals. And by creating circulation in this particular area of the body, you're helping to support your own body's function and optimal health to allow it to cleanse and rinse. And I can't think of a better time to be doing this kind of movement. So join me on the mat. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for joining. Stay well. Namaste. And begin your practice today kneeling at the back of your mat, sitting your buttocks down on your heels and resting your hands into your lap, lifting tall through the spine and gently nodding your chin in toward your chest, closing down the eyes. And we'll just start with some focused breathing to allow you to land in your body on your mat, making a little bit of space between what you were just doing and this moment right now. And becoming aware of your breath, inviting your breath in and out of the nostrils. And letting your gaze fall steady to the space between the eyebrows and in toward the center of your head. Let your body be still. And wherever you're at, empty your lungs. Feel your navel draw back toward your spine. And take a deep breath in, really fill the lungs, feel the air cycle all the way up to the top of the lungs, hold the breath, and then part the lips and let it go. 2 more just like that, big deep breath in, fill up, pause and hold your breath, part the lips and sigh your breath out of the mouth. Last one, deep breath in, pause, and let it go. Breathe in a regular breath in and out through the nostrils now. Find your rhythm. Practicing an ujjayi breath. And taking one more deep breath in. Exhale fully. Draw the chin in toward your chest, eyes to the back of the eyelids, and gently blink the eyes open. And take your hands, interlace your fingers, and place them at your heart center. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, draw your fists away and start to round into your spine. Chin nods in. As you breathe in, send the arms up overhead. Feel for a mild arch through the spine. Send the palms up. As you exhale, take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Staying upright, big breath in, puff your chest. And as you breathe out, gently fold forward, following your nose, and allow your arms to float away from your back in your comfortable range of motion. Inhaling, coming all the way back upright. Keeping the hands interlaced, just turn the palms down toward the floor behind you. And we'll do that one more round, one movement, one breath. Hands to the heart, deep breath in. Exhale, fists away, round the spine. Arms up overhead, breathe in. Hands behind the back, breathe out. Deep breath in, puff the chest. Slow breath out, forward fold. Inhale, rising. Exhale, palms turn toward the floor. Releasing the hands now, take your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders, elbows out wide, and we'll take a few circles through the shoulders, drawing the elbows in toward each other, and then circle around and take 2 more circles in that direction, and then roll it back the other way. And then reaching your arms out, palms face up at shoulder height. Tuck the thumbs in toward your palms, fingers over the thumbs to make a fist, and then turn your hands down. So keeping your arms at shoulder height, some wrist mohans to warm up the wrists. Just circle your wrists in any direction. Try and keep the left, right side fists in time with one another. And then change the direction. And then release. Just shake out the hands there and make your way onto all fours. Setting your hands up underneath the shoulders, your knees underneath the hips, hip distance apart. And we'll just start with some simple linear cat and cow tilts, gently arching the spine, breathing in. And as you exhale, round the spine. Breathing in, arching the spine, smiling wide open through the collarbones. Exhale, 2 round, tucking, hugging the belly in. 1 more round, each direction, coordinating your movement with your breath. And then coming back to a neutral spine, and we'll barrel roll the spine now. Send the ribs out to the left, then round the spine. Ribs out to the right, and then soften your belly. Twice more. Take your breath with you as you move. And then roll back the other way. Keeping a soft micro bend in the elbows, letting your head follow the line of your spine as you move. And back to center. And now just walk your hands a little forward of your shoulders, so the knees end up on a little bit of a diagonal, and circle the hips any direction, circling the buttocks over the heels. Twice more. Nice circular movement to start to stimulate the circulation in and around your lymphatic nodes, concentrated around the groins, the hip area, side waist. And then coming back to center, and we're just going to make our way into child's pose here, Balasana. Keep your arms extending forward and sit your buttocks down on your heels, bow in toward the mat. Free up your shoulders by separating the shoulder blades wide away from the center line of your spine. Find length through the sides of your waist, through the reach of your arms, and spread all your fingers. And rest here anytime you need to take a break during the class, anytime you need to do less. Staying connected with the rhythm and the even flow of your breath. As you breathe in, gaze forward between the hands, coming up onto all fours. And as you breathe out, make your way into your first downward facing dog. And just checking in with your hands there, shoulder width apart, or your fingers spread. And checking in with your feet, hip distance apart. Do feel free to wriggle out here. Bring a little bit of movement to your downward dog, perhaps pedaling out through the heels, swaying the hips. Finding that comfortable stride between the hands and the feet. And then settling into stillness, releasing all the way down to the crown of your head. Feeling your sit bones spread and lift. And take 2 more smooth breaths in and out. As you breathe in, send your gaze forward between the hands, a soft bend in the knees, and go ahead, walk yourself forward to the top edge of the mat. Set your feet up, hip distance apart, and make your way into an easy forward fold. Just draping yourself over your thighs, a little micro bend in the knees there, and catch opposite elbows. Relaxing through the neck and the shoulders, so there's a nice soft energy around your upper body. Calm, rhythmic breath. And then releasing your hands to the floor, hang in ragdoll. Arms go floppy, and then pushing down through your feet, gently roll up through your spine. And as you unfold your body, send your arms up overhead, send the gaze up to the tip of the thumbs. And as you breathe out, bring your hands to your heart center. Even pressure through all 4 corners of your feet, just wriggling your toes, sending your weight back and forth from your heels to your toes until you find equilibrium, balance. And we'll move through a couple of rounds of Surya Namaskar C, a low lunge salute, and we'll add in some side stretches to emphasize that area around your side waist. Take a deep breath in, send your arms up overhead, right hand to your left wrist, take a side bend to your left. As you breathe in, come back to center, reach tall, switch the hands, side bend to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathing in, lifting up halfway, hands can come to the shins, extend your spine. Breathe out, fingertips down, lunge your right leg back, taking your right knee to the floor. Sweep your arms overhead, really expand through your chest, reach through your arms. And as you breathe out, hands to the floor, stepping back to plank pose, top of your push-up. Take an extra breath here, firm through the belly, strong through the legs. Take the gaze forward, and as you breathe out, drop the knees, your chest and your chin to the floor. Breathing in, a low cobra, very little pressure in your hands. Bring the ribs forward, arch the spine. Breathing out, roll down, press back, downward facing dog. Breathe in deeply. Exhale smoothly. So you have a nice meditative rhythm to your breath, supporting your movement. Bring your toes together here at the back of the mat. Reach your right leg up and back as you breathe in. Breathe out, lightly step forward. Low lunge, left knee to the floor now. Arms rise as you breathe in. Hands to the floor, breathe out. Stepping forward to the top edge of your mat. Halfway lift when you arrive. Forward fold, breathing out. Reach your arms overhead as you breathe in. Hands settle to your heart as you breathe out. Second side, arms overhead, breathe in. Take your hand to your wrist and side bend to your left. Back to center, breathe in. Right hand to your left wrist, side bend to your right, breathe out. Feel for center, breathe in, stand tall. Forward fold, Uttanasana, breathe out. Stay with your breath. Inhale, extending your spine. Exhale, lunge your left foot back, left knee to the floor. Arms sweep up when you steady. Hands to the floor on your breath out. Stepping back, plank pose. Legs strong, heels reaching back, crown of the head forward. As you feel yourself breathe out, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Low cobra. As you breathe in, legs strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in when you arrive, fill up. Slow breath out, feel your belly firm. One more round of breath. And step your toes together, left leg rises as you breathe in. Left foot forward, breathe out, right knee to the floor. Circle your arms overhead, reach tall, extend to the edge of your ring fingers. Exhale, place the hands down, step forward, top edge of the mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise to stand on your in-breath. Rest your hands to your heart, breathe out. Next breath in, bend the knees, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe out, sink the hips, reach the arms long. Your arms are framing your ears, low belly's firm, drawing back toward your spine so you fill out through your low back. Feel for a weight in your heels. Take a deep breath in, press your palms, and as you breathe out, take a twist to your left. Hook your right elbow outside of the left thigh. Draw your left shoulder back so you feel broad and open through the collarbones. Spiral your heart toward your thumbs and breathe deep. Just keeping your knees in line here to preserve your low back spine. So you're twisting through the ribs, the upper back here. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale back to chair. Press to stand as you breathe in, reach tall, arms overhead. And then as you exhale, just take the hands to the hips. Separate your feet just a little there. And step back with your right foot and make your way into temple, turning toward the long edge of your mat. Heels in, toes out, bend the knees. And just settle in here. You can boogie a little left to right until you feel spacious through the soles of your feet. And once you're steady and the knees are pointing toward your big toes, take the arms out wide. We're going to take an eagle arm flow. You're going to wrap the right arm on top of the left arm and either catch your shoulders or press your palms. As you breathe in, lift up just a little way. And as you breathe out, take your left forearm to your left knee, reach your right arm up and over your ear. Come back to center, left arm on top now, right arm under for eagle arms, lift up just a little way. And then exhale, right forearm, right knee, left arm overhead. And we'll continue to flow. Right arm on top now, back to center, left arm under eagle arms. And then left forearm to your left knee, right arm up and over. Left elbow on top of your right elbow, wrap the arms, breathe in. Right forearm to your right elbow, left arm overhead. Back to center now, just reach your arms out wide to the side. Stay low in the knees, in the hips. And then as you breathe in, reach your arms tall overhead, straighten the legs. And then as you breathe out, spin your heels out, keep that wide stance, take your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Big breath in here, puff your chest, gaze up. And as you breathe out, forward fold between your wide legs. Feel free to place a little micro bend in the knees if you're particularly tight through the hamstrings. Just make it comfortable for you. Shoulder stretch doesn't need to be too deep here. Do lift your shoulder heads up away from the mat. Let your head hang. Firm and engage the quadriceps just above your knees by lifting the knees, lightly tipping your weight forward from your heels to your toes. Breathe deeply here. Quiet the mind. Follow your breath. And on your next breath in, gently rise up. Again, reach your arms out wide to a T and turn your left toes forward, setting up for triangle pose. Right toes can turn in just a little, comfortable stride between the legs. Reach out as far as you can over the front leg. Then take your left hand down to your shin, the foot or the floor here, whatever suits you. Right arm straight up toward the sky. And see if you can feel for a straight line, right hand to the left hand. Push down strongly, activating the feet so there's an upward energy through the legs. An extension through your spine, so feel for the back of your skull in line with the rest of your spine. And you can draw your chin lightly in to exaggerate that feeling of length through the back of your neck. We'll take some circles through your arm. Right arm reaches back, down and forward, and twice more. Drawing circles with your arms and just stimulating that area around the armpit area. Reach the right arm overhead, extend, and then send the gaze down, soft bend in the front knee, land the hands, step back to plank pose, top of your push-up. And as you exhale, take a vinyasa. Could be knees, chest, chin to the floor, or take a full vinyasa, full push-up there. Back bend of your choice, and landing back in downward facing dog. Cadence of your breath smooth and even. And take 2 more full breaths in and out here. And send your gaze forward. Bend the knees, step or lightly hop to the top edge of the mat. You're going to set the feet up together, halfway lift as you breathe in, forward fold as you breathe out. Chair pose as you breathe in, Utkatasana. Stay here as you breathe out. And just settle in. You might find that you've got a light ducktail through the low back. And to help support your low back, draw the navel back toward your spine so you feel that spread of skin through the low back. Reach your arms strongly up and frame your ears. Take 1 more deep breath in, press your palms. And as you breathe out, twist toward your right. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And right shoulder draws back. So see if you can get as bright and open across your chest as you can. Draw a straight line, elbow to elbow. Find a comfortable twist. And if you can, drop your seat a little deeper. Breathe a larger, deeper breath. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale back to chair pose. As you inhale, press to stand. Reach really tall. And then take the hands to your hips. Stepping back into temple pose, left foot steps back, turning toward the long edge of your mat. 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock with your feet there. Bend the knees and just get steady. So you're extending from your groins toward your knees so you feel a light stretch sensation there. And try and push down through your heels. And we'll take the arms out wide to the side for our eagle arm flow. Wrap your right arm on top of the left arm. Lightly straighten the legs and lift the elbows. Exhale, sink down. Take your left forearm, left knee, right arm overhead. And then left arm on top, right arm under, eagle arms. Right forearm, right knee, left arm up and over. And keep flowing, right arm on top, left arm under, eagle arms. Left forearm, left knee, right arm over. Left arm on top, right arm under, eagle arms. Right forearm, right knee, left arm over. And then come back to center, reach your arms out wide to the side. And press to stand, straightening the legs, turn the heels out, your toes in. Just catch your hands to your hips now. Draw your elbows back like you're trying to get them to kiss behind you. So you brighten through the chest, big deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold between your legs. Run your hands down your legs. And here an option just to keep your hands on your legs, but if you have a little bit more mobility there, you can take a big toe bind, hooking your peace fingers and thumbs around your big toes. Do take a breath in just to lengthen your spine and exaggerate length through the back body. And as you breathe out, forward fold. And again, shoulder heads lift up away from the mat so you feel your neck grow a little longer, your head feel a little heavier. And then just pause, hold here. Feel the shape that you've made steady. And bring some ease to your breath and your upper body. So you feel comfortable and supported. And here we have a mild inversion, just getting your head below your heart, which is also very beneficial for your lymphatic system. Just pause and take a couple more breaths. Releasing the bind, taking your hands to your hips and coming all the way back up. We'll set up for triangle now, turning your right toes forward. Left toes can turn in. Keep your wide stride, reach your arms out and hinge out over your front leg. Reach as far as you can before taking the right hand down. Left hand to the sky. And try and turn your torso to the left here so your belly button points outwards rather than to the floor. So if you need to adjust, perhaps come up a little way to feel that brightness across your chest. Extension through your arms, your legs. And then circle your left arm back. Take 3 big wide circles with your left arm. And reaching your left arm overhead now, taking a long diagonal stretch through your body. Then slowly send the gaze down, a little bend in the front knee, land your hands. And we'll take a vinyasa, stepping back to high push-up. Lower yourself slowly and take a back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog. Take about 5 to 8 breaths here. Finding rest, smoothing the rhythm of your breath. And then placing the knees down to the floor, your buttocks to your heels, shifting back into child's pose. Any direction with your arms there, if it feels more comfortable to place your arms back by your feet, do that. So you can just really let go of your effort across the shoulders, your head and your neck. Another 3 smooth, even breaths. And if you had your hands back there, just reaching them forward, coming up onto all fours, and we're going to shift down into a forearm side plank modified. So come down onto your left forearm and down onto your left hip. And you can modify here by bending both knees. Just see if you can get a straight line from your elbow to your knees. Another way to modify is keep your right leg straight and just bend your left knee, the under knee. And if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you're strong in the core, both legs straight and toes flexed. So resting your weight into your left forearm, lift the hips and take your right hand straight up toward the ceiling. Take a big breath in here, and as you exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left torso. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, squeeze in through the side abs. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, thread your arm. Inhale, reach up. I'm going a bit too slow, and I left hip down toward the floor. Resting down, draw your left knee now up toward your left hand and your right knee to the sole of your left foot, and sit upright. Take your right hand to your right ankle and reach the left arm up and over. Just a side stretch here to work out and lengthen the muscles that you've just worked through your obliques, through the side waist. And then windmill both hands to the floor and set up for the other side, and I'll try and go a little bit more in time with your breath. Coming down onto your right forearm, your right hip, and adjusting your legs to suit your level of challenge. When you're ready, raise your right hip up away from the mat and reach your left hand straight up toward the ceiling. So you're squeezing through the right side obliques. Here we go. Left hand straight up. Breathe in. Exhale, thread underneath your torso. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, squeeze the abdominals. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, set the right hip down. And you're going to draw your right knee up toward your right hand. Your left knee comes to the sole of your right foot. Sit upright. And left hand to your left ankle. Right arm reaching up and overhead. Reach away, stretch out. Let it feel good in your body. Breathe deep. And release. From here, we're going to bring our legs around in front of us. So you can stay on the long edge of your mat or straddle your legs off the edge of the mat, but they're just coming out wide, toes are flexed. And making sure you're sitting on your sit bones and there's just a little bit of a forward tilt through your pelvis. So you can close the gap between the legs if you're feeling uncomfortable or you're slouching through your torso. Next, take your arms out wide to the side. And take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to take your right hand to your left foot or toward it. Inhale back to center. Left hand to your right leg. And back to center. And you're just going to continue there. And here you want to just keep a light abdominal engagement. So you're stimulating that area around your abdominals. And you're moving with your breath. Your torso lifts with your in-breath and your abdominals engage with your out-breath. And we'll take one more each side. And come back to center. And you're just going to take your hands into a fist at your chest. Now keep your legs out wide, and if your legs have gone soggy, do reflex the toes so you can feel the quads engage, back of the legs pressing into the mat. And here we're just going to circle this nice circular motion, which is also very functional for your core. So you're just going to reach away with your fist toward your left leg and then circle around like stirring a big pot and come back to center, and we'll go twice more in that direction. And coming back to center, stir back in the opposite direction. Firm belly, your breast moving into your ribs as you breathe, returning to your navel. Legs stay engaged, circle back. And once more in the opposite direction. Circular, rhythmic movement. stimulating circulation through the lymphatic system, targeting those lymph nodes around the groin and the abdominals, and just coming back to center. And now just take your hands to the back of your knees, so you can just draw the knees in toward each other. Keep a tent shape underneath your legs there. And with your feet on the floor, just take your hands back behind you, perhaps a little wider than your shoulders. Fingertips point toward your buttocks. And lean back into your hands so you create a little bend in the elbows. And now drop into the soft part of your buttocks. Raise the legs to a right angle. And then from here, you're going to reach the legs away as you breathe in. As you breathe out, take your knees over toward your right shoulder as you look to the left. Inhale, reach the legs away. And then knees to your left shoulder, gaze over your right shoulder. And then just stay with that motion. You're kind of drawing in, then reaching away, making sure you're not putting any pressure on your low back. So reset if you need to by taking your feet to the floor. And again, we're working our core muscles in quite a functional way here, abdominals and low back spine, helping to support your posture. Knees tuck in really close, and we've just got one more each side. And rest. Place your feet down and shuffle your buttocks toward your heels so you're tucked in, and wrap your arms around your legs and squeeze in, lift tall through your spine. And now just taking your legs out straight, flexing your toes, and we'll set up for a twist. A couple of different options. Start by taking your right foot to the outside of your left leg, and it might be positioned kind of around in line with your knee. You're going to take your right fingertips behind you and your left hand to the ceiling. So if you find here that you can take a deeper twist, feel free to take the left heel toward your right buttocks. Left hand straight up toward the ceiling as you breathe in. And as you exhale, either hug or hinge your elbow to the outside of the knee, twisting toward your right. And just checking in, see if you can get a little taller through both sides of your waist, also the sides of your neck. And your neck's kind of the most mobile part of your spine, so aim to turn your head last. So you're focusing on that middle part of the torso and the upper back. As you twist, your breath's going to help you. You breathe in, your ribs expand and create a little bit of space in between each vertebra. As you breathe out, your belly firms. And take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, release, return to center and extend both legs out straight. And set up for the opposite side, left foot to the outside of your right leg. And your right heel could move toward your left buttocks if you'd like to take a stronger twist, otherwise right leg out straight, toes flexed. Taking your left fingertips behind you now, right hand reaches up tall toward the ceiling, and then either hug or hinge your elbow to the outside of your knee, twisting now to your left. Breathe full breaths. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. And firming in through the belly as you breathe out. And taking one more deep breath in. Exhale, gaze forward and release. Unravel your legs. And now take the soles of your feet together, set up for Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. And just let your knees relax down rather than forcing them. You You can catch your hands around your ankles, or if you can reach, interlace your fingers and take them around your toes. Lift up tall again through your spine, emphasizing length. And as you exhale, a little forward fold between your legs. So for those of you who are more flexible through the hips, aim your belly button toward your feet, so you keep lengthening and extending through the front of your spine. If you're a little less flexible here, keep the knees a little higher and avoid pulling on your low back spine. Just make that movement very, very subtle. Try and draw the chin in toward your chest and extending actively from the groins toward the knees without forcing your knees down. Your next breath in returns you back to upright. Draw the knees in toward each other. And here, cross your right shin in front of your left shin and take quite a loose cross. Try and keep the knees quite narrow, your toes flexed, but a loose cross so you've got a bit of space between the pelvis and your feet. Once you're comfortable and even on your sit bones, reach your arms up alongside your ears. And as you exhale, forward fold, walk your hands forward. So arms can come a little wider there if you need a little bit more space to forward fold. Draw your chin in toward your chest and feel for a long, unwrinkled feeling through the front of your spine and your torso. Just bowing in and taking 5 smooth breaths here, unhurried. And making your way back upright, recross the legs, and be quite precise how you set yourself up there. Loose cross in the legs, left shin in front, knees quite narrow, deep breath in, reach the arms, and forward fold in your comfortable range of motion. And when you feel ready, releasing and making your way either into a comfortable seat to complete your practice in quiet meditation, or rest back in Savasana for the last few minutes here. And as you take corpse pose, take care to arrange your body in a straight line. Let your heels rest toward the corner edges of your mat, inviting your feet to let go of their effort and turn out. And rest your arms away from your body, ideally with your palms face up. And then relax the effort in your arms and your hands, your fingers, letting the fingers curl in. And if you haven't already, just gently shutting down the eyes. Making any final adjustments to your posture so you're not distracted by the shape that you've made in your body, so you can rest quiet and peaceful in your body. And just take these next few moments to contemplate all the things that you're grateful for in this moment. Your health, perhaps your support network, your ability to move your body and nourish your mind with movement, breath and presence. And take care, yogis. Stay well. May you experience health, happiness, and freedom from suffering. Namaste.